Hello! Welcome back to my Let's Play of The Roottrees Are Dead. Last time, we began our investigation into the genealogy of the Roottrees family and determined the identities of the Roottrees sisters, Raina, Carly, and Riley. And we have a boss here. So, as last time, we are, I guess we can generously be described as a detective. And our objective is to fill out this board and determine who every Roottrees is. So let's see what this shit is. Unknown. Okay. Cool. So, we have identified Carl Roottree. We have identified his great-great-grandfather Elias Roottree. I guess we can work on identifying Gwyneth Roottree. Let's begin with that. Let's start with the search. Gwyneth Roottree. You find some information on a website for the first Anderson maple farm. Okay, so you are Gwyneth Anderson. There are a few pictures, including a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth. The photo was added to your evidence. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Roottree was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so as the older sister, she was to inherit the Anderson maple farm, the longer she married. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias's idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate, until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors. This led to 5 pieces, which are still found in stores to this day. Though the Roottrees Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm, it has been well preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off many of the turn-of-the-century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife in the early 1900s. Okay, so I guess she's not a farmer, she is in fact a housewife, as that is her latest vocation. And we have portraits of young Roottree. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottree. It was taken in 1909, after they founded the Roottrees Candy Company, but before it was a success. From what you've found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Rootrees list in your evidence. They will, yeah, thank you. Okay. Do you feel like validating 3 people? Are they not validated in the sets of 3s? What's up? Is this not correct? Should she be a farmer? No. Do we have a vacation here that is other than CEO? I feel like CEO is correct. Yeah, no, let's keep you as a CEO. No, you can stick with the yellow picture. Are you... Why is this not logged in? Huh. I am a bit confused. Yeah, you are Elias Roottree, you are Gwyneth Anderson. Oh, because she's not a blood relative, she doesn't count. Right, that's what's happening. Okay. We had information about Carl Roottree's cousin, so let's try to find those. It was Carl Roottree. Let's see. Carl Brenda. Okay, I guess it was in the Watchman. This one. This one? Wait. Okay, it's in the evidence. Let's go to the evidence. You. Other bank. Okay. Carl's cousin Jim Roottree. Remind me what a cousin is. A cousin shares grandparents. So one of these people is your cousin. So one of these people is Jim. Okay, let's go to our trusty computer and search for Jim Roottrees. James Roottrees is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rolling On Down to the City. It is now in your evidence folder. Although Jim writes the majority of the songs, plays the guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit, but has its fans, who refer to themselves as Diamond's Dozen. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the ones from they were known for. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music through the 80s and early 90s. Other albums you find mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Jim has become a bit of a recluse, and he hasn't made a public appearance since 1996. Okay, so he has a wife, Diamond LaRue. Which one of these people is married? So you would have to be Jim. You are Roottrees James, you are Diamond LaRue, and you are a musician. And as seen in the MMM, only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco that sweet. That sure is local. Rolling On Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from the roller discos. Because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, even on stations that play oldies. Maybe that's why you had never heard of it. Let's start playing it. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker. Okay, this was a mistake. How do I stop it? Okay, wait. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says, only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. It is credited to Peter Yanovich from MMM. Music and lyrics by Jim Roottrees, vocals by Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue. Jim Roottrees he is only notable. The lyrics of the song contain no clues. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Important part is that we have this guy. Oh, right. There was another person. Okay, I see my mistake. You are... Okay, I made an unfair assumption. I thought only one person here is married, and that was incorrect, but now that I know... Well, I know. No? Okay, is this guy on the notables list? He is on the notables list. Okay, so no. So this is actually James Roottrees. I was entirely correct, although this is also a meta guess that is kind of unfair to make. James Roottrees and a musician. How do I turn this one off? Okay, why did it not get updated? Is my identification of someone here incorrect? I mean, that would be the guess, right? But why? Okay, let's go to the second cousin then. Second cousin was Ernie Jr., who is president of the Roottrees. Okay, Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. was a former president of the Roottrees Candy Company. He seemed to directly precede Carl Roottrees, and one website even says he was Carl's mentor. He was apparently very successful as president, but not so much as a public figure. Oh, maybe I should identify him not as a CEO, but as a president. First president? Okay. I'm not entirely clear on this distinction, but sure. Okay, and the other root tree is the last tree. Okay. And we got some. Yeah, okay, so you are not CEO, you are in fact the final president. Okay. Okay, and I guess we can attach secondary picture to you. So, Ernie Jr. stepped down due to illness and has since passed away. Ernie Jr. is a second cousin. A second cousin is someone who shares the same great-grandparents. Let's take a look. So, parents, okay, so someone on this line, but okay, this could be absolutely anyone. I guess he would have to be older, is a reasonable guess. Okay. And there is secret envelope with secret people. Huh. Okay. Ernie Jr. illness? Oh, okay. Let's check your color routine. Okay. Interesting. Who the hell is Ernie Jr.? That's really not giving me much. Oh, okay. Jim Roottrees had a daughter. We might want to identify her. Okay. Jim Roottrees' daughter. See? Yeah. Yes, I did mean that. Could have auto-corrected me. Diamond Laru. She is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and the Diamond. Oh no, this is the entry for Jim. Okay. By Diamond's Dazzles. It is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond's Dazzles. It is accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There is a fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Among the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 includes pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, The Floozes. The picture has been added to your evidence. Okay, so we have Wolf, and we can search for The Floozes. Okay, we will have to identify the children somehow. Okay, so I'm guessing this is Wolf. It is the picture of their son Wolf listening to his parents' latest music. But we are not clear on how old they are. Okay, let's see. Wolf Roottrees? No. Wolf? No. Dazzlers. It is this. The Floozes are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They are mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Haha. Apparently they were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual. and not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be children of other famous musicians, and didn't want that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive, and not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. The reviewer said that although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the seventh track. There is no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistador, has been added to your evidence. Okay. So this might be Candy, Nikki, and Nina. Okay. And do we know the name? We do not. Okay, let's search for Conquistador. No, this just leads here. Beef Baby? Beef Baby is a song by the Floozies. You can't actually find anything else about it anywhere. But with a name like that, hard not to speculate on the subject matter, isn't it? Could it be a euphemism? Or about a newborn cow? Perhaps the Floozies are holding a grudge against a toddler. It certainly piques your curiosity. If only you had time or resources to look into it further. Not helpful, buddy. Not helpful. Okay, well, if we assume that Candy is the daughter of James, then let's search for Candy. Not enough. Not enough. Okay. Wait a minute. I keep trying to alt tab in this game. Okay. For the time being, I'm going to assume that Wolf is the older child, and she is the younger child. But this might be wrong. Do we have here? We have Candy Roottrees. Okay, there we go. So you are in fact Candy Roottrees. Let's search for that. No information. Yes, I did not make a typo. In that case, you are a... actually, no. Let's guess that you are Candy. And you are Wool. In which case, your occupation might be... who the hell knows? Yeah, unfortunately, unknown. What does this say again? Oh yeah, this is 1996. He definitely has to be the younger child. Okay, in that case, Wolf's occupation has to be right. School, student K-12. There we go. Nice.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion. I also found some important-looking papers. You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
What a weirdly specific way to determine when to share information with me. Yes, I know the story so far. I have been present for it. Okay, there is some filtering. Paris. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the 3 spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris. Gwen and the boys. Okay. Sheila Kendall. The photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, "To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I have enclosed a Shiva candle, identical to ours, if you'd like to pay your respect, though it is not expected for those outside of the faith to do so." Based on the name, is the stuff Jewish? I'll have to look it up. Actually, let's just immediately look up. Unknown. Also unknown. What if I try using the real internet? That is a Shiva candle. Yes, it is something Jewish. Unsurprising. Okay. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. Okay, Ernie is the cousin. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of Atlas Bill. Though we got it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brand. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Okay. Well, yeah, this is not helpful because a ton of these people are married and have children. So, no such luck as just identifying him by marriage. The three spirits. Oh boy, that's a lot of people. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. What do you mean Carl is the teenager in the middle? It is this. Could you not have given, like, a marking? Could you not put a cross on him or something? Are you insane? On the back of the photo, in childish print writing, it says November. There are also a large number of cursive signatures. They include Bonnie, next President Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline, Gwyneth M., Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. Okay, this is not helping. Yes. I do not care about this. Vote for Stephanie Jones for City Council. Letter from Butler County. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It is a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for the voters is simply, "Love is our future." The handwritten note says, "Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. TM." Okay. So let's search for Stephanie Jones, who is secretly Stephanie Roottrie. You learned from an election results page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate for city council, won her campaign on election day, about a month ago. You find no mention of the Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie also has a very bare-bones website for her. It is simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, "Be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times." Right. Located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. While the Roottrie Candy Company now has its headquarters in the city, the company began on a small farm within the Butler County limits, and the area has a lot of history with the family. The Butler County Times is presumably a local paper there. There are likely articles from over the years involving the Roottrees family and those adjacent to them. It has been added. As a side note, a video game called The Roottrees Are Dead was once set in Butler County, and it turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County, or even had any connection to the Butler. Okay, so Stephanie Jones. The most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing the election results from last month's election. Stephanie apparently won her election. You also find the full version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. While most of it is unimportant, you do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon, until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones, has lived in Butler County her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entirely female intern. Though she is a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother Caroline, a local artist, who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past, has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand their maple farms. Unlike my mother, I am not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Okay, so Stephanie is a distant cousin. Is unclear. And her mother Caroline. I guess we should search for Brian Jones and for Caroline Landon. Nothing. And if I do this, also nothing. Let's search for Brian Jones. There are many articles over the years, as well as a small article from 1995 about Jones Graphic. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity during an interview portion. I've been in and out of the job my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple of the Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses it for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. It looks. But still, what's the deal? Whether you're a new client or one of our regular, nothing. Come on down for the best prices on bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania. Also just online. Website myself. Yeah, right. Jones Graphic and Print is a company that, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some. The website seems fancy. It even has frames. The website lists the address, hours, and a few examples of clients and the type of work that was done for each. Stephanie Jones Campaign, alias, Roottrees County Company, various banners and posters. Butler County, Holiday Light, post banners. Miracle Network, tour flyers. Roottrees Models, coupon flyers. Butler County School District, various banners and posters. Butler Summer Theater, posters and set contributions for children of Eden. Bottom also says, we also do web design. Come on in to get a quote today. This seems the only thing that's searchable. It is a musical with songs by Steven Schwartz. A game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson really likes it. Realized it could kind of fit timeline-wise with the game he was making, and decided to use it instead of something fake, as kind of an Easter egg. You don't need to check it out, but if you do, I like the songs The Hardest Part of Love and Lost in the Wilderness. Also, if you haven't already, you should hit the back button, go back to Jones Graphic and Print, and instead of searching for Children of Eden, you should probably search for whoever was performing. Okay. Well, thank you for the hint. I would not have guessed to search for the theater. Performs plays and musicals during the summer. Makes sense. As it is not summer currently, the website has a thank you message. Thank you for making our 1998 season such a success. Stay tuned for announcements about performances in 1998 and 1999. The website lists the credits of a musical, which seems to be the final show they performed last season. There is a cast list, but none of the names seem irrelevant. Below the cast, it lists the crew, and two things stand out. Posters and additional set design elements by Jones Graphic and Print, and choreography by November Studios. A local dance school. They advertise lessons for ballet and jazz class. There is hardly any other information available. Okay, this feels like a dead end. I'm not sure why searching for them was meaningful. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should have called this place No Mention Studios, because you don't find any information about it anywhere. Nice though. Okay. Yes, I can search for them in the periodicals. It has been around for at least 30 years. They perform plays and musicals with a cast and crew from in and around Butler County. There are hundreds of mentions of their performances, not just in reviews, but in many nearly identical advertisements for their box office and tickets, as well as yearly announcements of upcoming shows and seasons. They also tend to take out a full-page ad at the end of every season that says "Thank you," and lists names of the shows they performed with no additional information. As of this year, however, mentions they have a website. Okay, can we search? Well, yeah, we found this. Not helpful. This feels like a dead end. I feel like I should search for something else. Probably something from here is useful. But I suppose we will continue our investigation next time, as this will be the end of today's episode. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day. Goodbye.